Do you love chess? I mean, who doesn't? Lately, there have been a boom in chess lovers count, with the rise of channels like Gothamchess, live streams from grandmasters like Hikaru and Magnus Carlsen himself, and an increase in media coverage overall. Chess has become a very large contender in the digital media industry, but that is not the first purge for chess like you might think. Chess always had tons of followers through time, and today I'm gonna jump between eras to see how chess was depicted throughout art history in multiple canvases that we're gonna analyze today, and see what did artists want to hide between these pieces, beginning with... In this era circa the 1500s, tons of chess depictions were made, but from between them all, I chose this one especially. The chess play is made by the Dutch Renaissance artist Lucas van Lyden in 1508, and it is considered one of the earliest known European paintings with a chess theme. But that is not your usual chessboard. This is what's known as courier chess, a famous old variant of modern-day chess. The game had more squares, a new piece foreign to the modern set known as the courier. But for the painting itself, what should it resemble? Some art historians suggest that it may serve as a commentary on the social and political structure of that time. Chess was a popular game among the nobility and the upper class during the Renaissance. The painting might reflect the idea that life, like chess, was a strategic game played by the elite, with each move having consequences. The pieces on the board could symbolize different social rules and hierarchies. A war fought between the two players sitting on the two ends of the table, with people observing each and every move both of them make. And mentioning the two players, looking at their faces you can find that the woman who's tried her best focusing on the game, with every bit of her mind trying to juice out to win it. But giving the look to the man, he isn't even looking at the board, he looks like he can't care less, like he already won the game. Which drew us to another important detail too. Look at the color of the pieces each of them have. The man had the white pieces and the woman plays black here. And to anyone who touched a chess set before or even just watched the game, you know that the white starts every game with an advantage. With that, the artist is showcasing us male superiority to women in that period of time, reflecting another social status with such a small detail, something that I adore in Van Lyden's art in general. The chess players, away from the fact that it had the same name as the last one, is a genre painting by Thomas Eakins, completed in 1876. It's a small oil and wood panel depicting Eakins' father Benjamin observing a chess match between two players in a Renaissance revival parallel of a Philadelphia home. The two players are Bertrand Gardel, an elderly French teacher, and the somewhat younger George Holmes, a painter. The men are in a dark, wood-paneled Victorian parallel with a quality of light suggesting late afternoon. Eakins takes us deep by capturing the intense concentration of the players, the worn leather of the chess table, and the faded wallpaper in the background. The painting marked its psychological depth, suggesting the complex relationship between the three men. The older man, Gardel, is clearly the more experienced player. He is sitting comfortably, his posture relaxed and confident, his gaze is focused on the board, and his hands rest lightly on his piece. The younger man, Holmes, is nervous. His posture is tense and fidgety, his gaze is darting around the board, and his hand is gripping his piece tightly. The expression on his face is one of uncertainty and anxiety. The painting has been interpreted in a number of ways. Some critics have been seeing it as a metaphor for the conflict between the youth and age, or between the old world and the new one. Others have seen it as a more of a personal statement about Eakins' own relationship with his father, as it was a gift for him. Whatever the interpretation is, the chess place is a powerful and evocative painting that captures the essence of human competition and the complexity of human relationships, something that we can also see clearly in our next. Checkmate by Mortis Ritzich was made in 1826, featuring a man playing a chess game against the devil. The man is shown to be losing the game actually, with his king supposedly in checkmate. The painting contains four main focus elements: the man, the devil, the chessboard, and the angel. The man is depicted as a young and vulnerable figure. His clothes are in black and red, and he has a long brownish hair. His face is pale and his eyes are filled with fear. The man's posture is slumbered and defeated, and he seems to be resigned to his fate. While the devil is depicted as a powerful and menacing figure in a green cape, a color that can mean a lot of awful things that you can associate as devilish. The devil's posture here is upright and confident, and he seemed to be enjoying the man's suffering with an arrogant expression. And a look away from the players and into the chessboard, you can realize it is set up in the center of the painting as it is the center of the whole world, and it is. The man's king is here in a near checkmate situation, only a small space between the king and the black bishop. This means that the king can only move one square to the right and avoid being captured. The painting is full of symbolism here. The chess game can be seen as a metaphor for life, with the man representing the human spirit and the devil representing evil, with us the man playing as white, meaning that we have the advantage over the devil, and the fact that the man's king has one last move can be seen as a symbol of hope and the human spirit's ability to overcome even the most difficult challenges, which bring us to the angel, with it representing hope, reminding the man that he still has a chance to win if he made the right choice. With other beliefs that it represents the divine, offering the man a helping hand, indicating that God is always close and therefore the mankind. And taking a general look at the painting and trying to read between the lines, it's a commentary on the nature of free will. The man in the painting is faced with a choice. He can either give up and allow the devil to win and take his soul, or he can fight back and try to save himself. The fact that the man still has one last move suggests that he still has some degree of control over his own destiny. However, the painting also suggests that the devil is a powerful force, and that the man's chances of winning are still very slim. Ultimately, the painting leaves the viewer with a question of whether or not the man will choose to fight back. It is a complex and multi-layered work that can be interpreted in many different ways. It is a reminder to us that there is no single answer to any question of good versus evil, temptation versus hope, or free will versus determinism. The painting invites the viewer to explore the questions for themselves and to come to their own conclusions. Going on with time, you will find that a lot of other schools and art movement through the years picked up on that trend. From the realism lovers to the Picasso enjoyers, each art movement looked at chess through its own lenses, and the most recent of them I really admire are Theo Michaels, which were made in the 2000s actually. In 2009, the chess players I know the name have repeated a lot, and 2021, Make Your Move. And I would love to show them to you guys, but I can't due to copyright. So, with admiring them, I close the video.